Hello.
Huzzah!
Huzzah, we did it.
Hello. Did
Yay. Uh,
it.
nope, that's not it. I just messed up our stream. There we go. All right, we're back. So,
Nice.
hello. I'm Nathan,
Hello. And I'm Yara.
and we're back here again with CBC After Dark, everyone's favorite UJ podcast live stream about generational differences and non-football things, I guess.
Absolutely. That
So,
was a good summary.
yeah, I'm trying. We're a little bit late today, and it's my fault, so that's okay. Um, but we're here only 48 minutes after we were going to start. And Yara has really headed up things today. Yara is the best part of all of us. So, Yara,
Oh
what
God, I
what, what do
love
we got going
that.
on?
We're gonna be silly, we're gonna be goofy, we're going to discuss some fun little logos based off of topics that were discussed in the podcast previously. And we're going to discuss how many shots it would take to hook up with the female version of SEC coaches. And we're going to do Ask CBC and Dear Nathan. And yeah, be in a silly, goofy mood.
Yes, with our Squishmallow um, our
Yes.
Squishmallow collections in the background. All right.
Yes. I love them all.
Well, I am ready to start whenever you are. Where are we starting with?
Okay. So we are going to start with logo fun times.
Okay.
And let me see how I can do this.
So we had a request because apparently I yelled a lot about Kentucky's two birds having sex logo, and people thought that that was funny. So now there's been a request that I respond to other logos.
Yes. And that is what we are going to do. Don't know how to present this.
You can share your screen down at the bottom where it says share your screen.
Yes. I'm trying to zoom into the logos themselves.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna scroll.
All right,
I, uh, how's that?
let me see.
Can you see?
Yeah, got it.
Huzzah. Okay. We're starting with the South Carolina Gamecock logo. I don't know at this one's weird. It kind of looks like a cock on fire.
Yeah,
Going on
okay.
fire.
I want to pause and talk about how you made the show notes for this in Comic Sans. And that's I don't know how to feel like about that. Okay, the Gamecock. So a couple of things about the Gamecock. One, it's either losing feathers or it's on fire for one. But then you have these like gloss lines here, which I find to be very disturbing. Because like chickens do sometimes have glossy feathers, but this makes me think he's just got like a big old ratty bundle of like latex behind him or something, you know?
God.
And then his claws and talons, and I realize this is a three color logo and this is why it's done this way, but his claws and talons are white, and that's not good or cool. That's not like the color that something from nature should be. So yeah, I have a real problem with this.
That's fair. Do you have a problem with Comic Sans? Is there an issue?
I mean, it's like I don't know if you're doing it as a meme. Like it depends on whether your usage of Comic Sans is ironic or unironic.
Ironic for sure.
Okay,
I mean,
well
I
then
was
I
just
have no
trying to
problem with
think of
Comic Sans.
okay, I was trying to think of a font that would best describe the vibes of
That we were
this
going for.
stream.
Got it.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
think Comic Sans works.
Okay.
But next we have Washington State. I
Oh,
chose like very obscure
okay.
logos.
Washington State is great. I have no notes. This is one of my favorite logos. A couple of reasons. One, it looks like a cougar, but even better, it says WSU. So there's the S and there's the U. So good. So the
Oh,
W
I see.
S U. Yeah, it's very good. I love it. I love everything about it. Perfect. No notes. 10 out of 10.
Interesting. I didn't see the WSU before.
Yeah, it's like reverse skeuomorphism. I love it. That's not what it would actually be called. I'm not a graphic design expert, but I adore this logo.
Nice. We have Central Washington.
I've never seen this one. I the the way his like the pupils come straight out of the shading of his fur makes him look very much like he's like eyebrow waggling you about something gross.
Oh God.
Like when people will say gross stuff and then they'll look at
Yeah.
you like trying to like get you involved. Like now you're complicit. We're like, huh? You know what I'm saying? And you're like, no, I don't. He looks like he just was like, yeah, we're all into that, huh? And now you have to be like, no, I don't know that.
He looks like the guy that's like not in on the joke and is
Mm-hmm.
desperately trying to be at any given business meeting.
Kind of like
That's my vibe.
youth pastor energy a little bit.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Okay. We have Iowa.
I
I
like.
just
No, you go ahead.
no, you got it. I think the thing under the eye kind of looks like a ball sack and I don't like it.
I like it
Like,
because it's Iowa as hell because this is like a waddle, like a bird would have, like a sack of flesh hanging off their cheek. But the most Iowa thing ever is to have like 8 chins, you know? And so I respect that. Like corn fed, baby.
oh God. Okay. And then finally we have Michigan State.
Oh, Michigan State's
This
great.
is I like it. I
Yeah.
don't all of these logos have so much like blank space behind them and I don't know how I feel about it. Like none of them like some of the parts don't connect to each other at all.
Well, it's like
And
it's like iconography, right? Like you want to be able to
yeah,
make
but
a logo with as fewest shapes as possible so that it's instantly recognizable from like 200 feet away, right? So like you notice like this is all one piece, this is all one piece, and the only really divisions are the like bristles, the connective tissue there. But like this doesn't have to be here for the whole logo to be read. So even if at a distance you couldn't see the details, you could still read it. So, someone on our stream just said a stream chat just said worst version of the Athens Academy logo.
oh
If you've ever
God,
seen Athens Academy, I
cursed.
think we might be like talking in reverse there, Acon Lee 001, but I respect it. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Now we have something that I worked very, very hard on. How many shots would it take to hook up with the female version of SEC coaches? So I've gone ahead and plugged in every SEC coach or head coach into an AI generator. And I've pressed the female button, and that was the extent of my work, to be honest. But
Oh, well,
we're gonna
incredible work. Yeah.
thank you. We're
Yeah.
going to see how many shots it would take to hook up with each of these people. Spoiler alert, it's going to be so much. They look so old. Everybody is so old, and I realized that today.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they all have gray hair? I hate it. But
Mm-hmm.
okay, first we have Billy Napier. How many shots would it I'm so
This
upset that I
this
can't
looks
zoom
like
in.
someone. This looks like a woman who you can control scroll wheel and
Control
scroll,
scroll. Oh, well, how do I move now?
and then use your drag your down at the bottom. There should be like a bar for you to drag on like your
No,
Chrome window. All right,
no.
so click next to Billy Napier, and then press the side arrow. God, it's like no, click next to the name Billy Napier, where so you have the cursor, and then just hit like over a couple of times and see if you can't get the cursor over there. Or just narrow down the. Why am I the one who's in the Gen Z position? Make the columns narrower so they're both on the screen. Make the left column narrower. I gotta sneeze. All right, there we go.
Go sneeze, girl. Okay. Huzzah!
All right, so this is real. Like this woman, like owns all of the LL Bean catalog. She's like a, like, like pretty progressive lady who lives in Maine, and fishes a lot. But
Oh God.
that said, like a million, a bajillion.
That's fair. I feel like she would be a good friend, but I
Oh,
would not want to
a
hook
great
up with
friend.
her.
And honestly, like her wife is probably like the happiest person in the world. You know what I mean?
Period. Yes. Okay, next we have Brian Kelly.
This
Or
person,
as her female name goes, Kelly Bryan.
this person has been arrested for saying something racially or like being very aggressive at some kind of food service place. Like
Oh no.
this person has called the cops on black people for like having a barbecue.
Yeah, this person wants to speak to your manager. I think all of these people want to speak to your manager. That's my take. Okay, so Cadillac Williams, my love.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, this is one that I mean, just like probably one or two for courage, you know?
Yes, slay. And then here's another angle of Cadillac Williams.
Kind of got a little Serena Williams vibe. Kind of like
Yeah.
the strong
Yes.
cheekbones, like the, yeah.
Yeah. I really like her eyebrows. I would not hook up with her because I would be scared, but I would ask her what her skincare routine is. That's my take. Okay. We have Clark Lee or as the female name goes, Leah Clark. I'm just switching all these.
Okay, here's my problem is that all of these people look like their hair is thinning. Like the hairlines are really challenging. Really, really challenging for me personally as a human. And so
I don't know. If you squint really, really hard.
No, like not an unattractive face. It just looks like that they're suffering from female pattern baldness. You know, and that's really hard for me. Yeah, hey, by the way, you should hit F11 in full screen so that you're like that way it'll make it bigger.
How do I do that?
The F11 button on your keyboard, big dog.
I pressed F11.
Did you hit function first? Do you have a function key at the bottom of your?
No.
Look at that. Okay, now scroll down. I feel like they did us dirty on this one. Hold on. There are better versions of this woman, her hair is shaped like that because she always wears a visor. Having said that, that does kind of look like a very attractive female movie star has like uglied herself up for like an Oscar winning role. So probably like 4 or 5.
Damn. Okay. It would take me so many. Are you looking up an AI generator?
No, someone else has done this with the hair not as scary.
Oh, okay. Here's Jimbo Fisher. Listen. Hear me out.
Okay, a little barefoot
Hear
Contessa.
me out.
There's a little barefoot Contessa there.
I don't know what that means.
Like Ina Garten?
Is that a person?
You don't know who Ina Garten is?
No.
Ina Garten is for the gays and the she-theys. Like, how do you not know? She's like a gay icon.
I don't
like,
know.
I'm saying like she's like a Gen Z as hell old lady. Anyway, talk to me about Jimbo. We're gonna talk about this Ina Garten thing here in a minute, but
no, Brody also doesn't know who that is.
What?
Brody on our Discord, which for as little as $1 a month, you too could join. Patreon.com/chapelbellcurve. But anyway.
Brody, y'all. Hold on.
I think this might just be a you thing. I'm not even trying to gaslight you here.
You are not ready for what I'm about to do to this live stream. Carry on. Let's finish the bit.
Okay. Jimbo Fisher is a MILF.
Okay.
None of those words are in the Bible, but like Jimbo Fisher MILF.
That was a strong statement. That was a really strong statement that you just said. And
None of these words are in the Bible?
No, Jimbo Fisher is a MILF.
Oh.
I mean,
okay.
I guess I kind of get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. It's not my type, but I get it.
Really? Okay.
I see the softest of the face. Oh baby, is this Josh Heupel? Josh Heupel looks like Bobby Hill, and Josh Heupel as a woman also looks like Bobby Hill.
I don't know who Bobby Hill is.
That's fine. King of the Hill is kind of obscure.
Okay.
That one you get a pass on.
One for Kirby Smart. I would hook up with Kirby Smart right now. I mean,
like, in like a take one for the team kind of sense of it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. As stated, in the Natty episode, I think I would do unspeakable things to Kirby Smart if it meant we won a Natty. I would do heinous activities. What?
I mean, I presume since we did win a Natty.
Oh yeah. No. Lane Kiffin.
Okay, no, Lane Kiffin can get it. Lane Kiffin can get it. Yeah, for sure. No, I'm into it. Lane Kiffin can get it. Yeah, and the second Lane Kiffin picture kind of looks like someone that a woman I would be attracted to, even though I knew she was a serial killer. You know what I mean?
Like the TikTokification of what's his face? That one serial killer that
Jeffrey
just had
Dahmer?
the show. Yeah, the TikTokification of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair. Mark Stoops, nah.
No, sir.
Would not even want to be friends. I think she would. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I think she would yell at me at my place of work.
You don't even have to show me and Mike Leach. Like, I already know the answer is no.
And then I have a bad take about Nick Saban, and it's that I would actually for like 50 million, like not even 50 million, like for an NIL deal. Have you seen young
Young Nick Saban in this channel? Young Nick Saban could kind of get it.
All right. Hold on. Brief pause. Oh.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's kind of shocking.
I see.
Yeah.
This picture.
Yeah.
That one.
He's a short king, you know?
Oh, he's 5'7"? Oh, ew, never mind. No. I have a thing against 5'7" men. Have I discussed this with you?
Is it specifically 5'7", or are you like kind of
yes.
It's not like a roller coaster thing?
No, it's just it's explicitly 5'7" men. 5'6" men, my short kings. I love you all. Like 5'8" men, whatever. Like you can be shorter than me. I don't care. I have a notes list of 5'7" men. And I want you to listen to this shit. Ready? I will go off about this forever. 5'7" men we hate. Joe Rogan, Mussolini, Tom Cruise, Jeffrey Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Kim Jong-un, Ben Shapiro, Nick Saban, various exes, Aiden Gallagher, the guy from the Umbrella Academy, and Christian Horner, the Red Bull team principal. Blah! Evil men! Especially Christian Horner, but also like all of those other dudes from history that did unspeakable crimes. But especially Christian Horner. Fuck that hoe! In conclusion, 5'7" men are bad. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay.
Thank you. You look like stunned.
That was 0% chance Ben Shapiro is 5'7". We just got that from our thing. And yeah, probably true. Like maybe in lifts. Ben Shapiro has real like 4'11" energy, if I'm going to be honest.
Huh? No, look. 5'7", right there.
Yeah, but I think the premise of the comment was that like actually he's just lies. Like he's actually like 5'5" or something.
Probably. Good. That means I can step on him. I'm taller than Ben Shapiro. I'll sleep with that information tonight.
Good. You should.
Yes. Okay, we got Sam Pittman.
Oh, that's like my grandma. No, I can't do that to my grandma. My sweet old grandma. She ain't done nothing to nobody.
Damn. Okay, Shane Beamer could get it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Shane Beamer could get it.
Okay, the second picture is better. The second picture is better. Yeah. Yeah, I'm into that.
Even Shane Beamer as like a dude, like, listen.
Can't relate.
Listen. Go Cox. You know?
Obviously, apparently.
If you know, you know. Okay.
Okay, so we're pausing. Hold on. We're pausing. I'm going to get off the live recording.
Oh, okay.
Not live recording. I'm sorry. I'm going to get off your live stream because
Yeah, I
okay.
wish.
So I'm going to share my screen because
Oh God.
something you know about me that maybe some people don't know is that I am an English teacher, and in my English class, oh man, Brody, okay, we're waiting until Brody gets back on here. So in my English class, I make my students do a presentation about a like historically significant figure, and I have to do a presentation as an example, right? And so what you don't know is that I did mine about Ina Garten. So
Okay.
it says Mr. Wrights. That's because Wrights did most of it. So we're going to talk about Ina Garten, the Barefoot Contessa. And this has an MLA works cited. So just be prepared because that is also going to be a part of this. Hold on one second. Just making sure. Get everything still running. Okay. So Ina Garten, the Barefoot Contessa. She's an important figure because of her entrepreneurial spirit, her impact on the food industry, and her public persona. This is her. She's beautiful. I love her. She is
very nice.
All right. So she was born to a Jewish family in 1948. She was raised in Stamford, Connecticut. Her parents pushed her to excel in school, especially in science. She was like one of the original STEM queens. She ends up getting her degree in physics and specifically in nuclear physics. She was the White House nuclear policy advisor for Presidents Ford and Carter at the dawn of the modern nuclear age. She was a role model to anyone who dreams big. She was working as a woman in these like male dominated fields for years and years and years, and basically like made herself a successful career in a very hard industry. Let's see. She took a lot of risks. In 1978, she bought her food store, the Barefoot Contessa, which she'd never previously seen. And she basically made an empire from nothing. Here's a picture of her with old Swifty. You can see also a short queen. We stand Ina Garten on this show.
Yes.
She also fought Martha Stewart, not physically, but she was targeted, right? Basically like she made all these like tapes Ina Garten did for the pilot of her show, and basically like Martha Stewart saw her as a threat and tried to get all of the tapes destroyed because like she was like impinging on her copyright, and she almost refused Food Network's offer to host her show, but she didn't. And she's also often critiqued because she's very matronly, but she's critiqued often for like not having children. And she says, I feel that if I would never have been able to have the life that I've had if I had children. So, a queen for those of us who don't want children. Let's see. She hosts 5 cooking shows with 291 episodes, or she has. She's been on Seth Meyers' 21 talk show appearances. She was on Stephen Colbert's Late Show. She also was on 30 Rock for a few episodes. Here's all the cookbooks she's done. Also, she has like an almost uncomfortably sexual relationship with her husband, Jeffrey, like relationship goals. Her 2 major principles for cooking: amateurs can make professional quality food, and good food comes from good ingredients. She's very famous for being like, oh, this is better, but store-bought is fine. That's like whatever it is. Is she human like the rest of us? Does she have a sense of humor? Yes, she does. She's hilarious. She's not just the picture of effortless grace. She's like a normal human. She has flaws. She also loves her husband more than anything in the world. When asked who's your dream dinner guest, she has always answered Jeffrey, and that's Jeffrey, her little husband. And they go back to
so cute.
Their first like dates were all when they were living in Paris, and so they go back to Paris together and eat baguettes. And this is them with some challah bread. Almost all of her shirts are blue button-ups, so she has an aesthetic. She says Jeffrey is the first feminist she ever met. Good for Jeffrey. We know Jeffrey. Jeffrey takes care of her, She really does think store-bought is fine, even though she says store-bought is fine in a way that makes you think she doesn't think it's fine. She demonstrates how people can change their lives and path and reinvent themselves. She teaches that cooking's a great way to show our care for loved ones. And here is a sort of like, this Mr. Wrights, my coworker, drew this like hagiopathy sainthood picture of Ina Garten because he loves her so much. I wish Brody was on here for this.
Sweet.
Anyway, here's my works cited. Here's my image credits. You'll find that they are MLA 9 appropriate.
Very nice.
Anyway, sorry, I'm
done. That was so wonderful. I loved that.
I wish that I had presentations ready for everything that you didn't know about.
Oh my
so,
God,
so that you could
please.
be like, what's Lord of the Rings? And I could be like, well, I have a PowerPoint.
PowerPoint night when? Like CBC PowerPoint night me,
I
please.
have a power. I
I
did a
will.
power. I've done several PowerPoint nights. I have a PowerPoint called Marching Band Only Rhymes with Itself. Um,
Huh?
and yeah, it's like, it's about the history of marching band and like aesthetic evolution. And
Ah,
yeah. Anyway.
nice.
All right. Sorry. I
Very.
got us off topic. What's
No,
the next thing we're
don't
going to do?
apologize. This is literally CBC After Dark, I think, is the epitome of chaos.
It
And
should be. Yeah.
getting off topic is encouraged, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Okay. So we're gonna go to Ask CBC and we're gonna do I've been waiting all fucking day for this.
I'm
I'm
ready.
so excited. We have some questions that neither one of us have looked at from our lovely Discord friends, our patrons, which you too could join for as little as $1 a month,
Boom,
patreon.com forward
boom.
slash
Pew, pew,
chapelbellcurve.
pew, pew, pew,
Pew, pew,
pew.
pew, pew, pew. And we're going to look at these questions now. Okay. Earth Russell asks, please don't look before the podcast and Google the answers. I'm ready to read this. Yara, what are the yellow pages? I know this shit. That's like the dictionary of all the people and like their addresses and their houses, and they were yellow. That's what that means.
Well, no, close. Those are
Oh.
the white pages. So the white pages had
Oh.
everybody's address and phone number. The yellow pages had like, it was like Google for like all of the local businesses. But sometimes they would all be in one book. But
Oh.
I mean, you're right. It was like the phone book.
Okay. Bonus if you know that, which I did not, but I'm gonna click on
No,
this anyway.
I think you that counts. I think that
Okay.
counts.
What are the blue pages? If you need any help with the answer, maybe you could ask Jeeves. Who the fuck is Jeeves? Who? Do you know
Do
who
you not
Jeeves
know?
is?
Do you not know what Ask Jeeves is?
No, I also don't know what the blue pages are. I just
Okay.
I learned that there were white pages today. Now I learned that there are blue pages.
Well,
Were there
so
red
these were
pages?
I by the time I was alive, these were all kind of combined into one book. But if I recall,
Okay.
the white pages, it was literally the description of like the page in the book. It was just this like big phone book. The white pages were like personal addresses. The yellow pages were like businesses, and then the blue pages I think were like government offices, like the like
Ah.
non-emergency police number, and like if you wanted to call for the Chamber of Commerce or something or whatever. That's not a government agency always, but you know what I'm saying. It was like
Mhm.
government offices and stuff. And then
So
do you know
this
what
was
Ask Jeeves was?
no.
Okay, so Ask Jeeves was like, so it used to be that like, now um, Google has a hegemony on internet search, right? And it was not always the case. Like it didn't used to always be the hold on, let me try see if I can find an image for this. It didn't always used to be that like the word Google was synonymous with searching, right? There used to be like a bunch of different other search websites that you could use or that you could use. And I'm trying to find you a good picture of the original
So like
website. And
taxis versus Ubering to a place.
sorta, let's see. This one, here we go.
Like facial tissues instead of Kleenex.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. So like Ask Jeeves was like a search website that was like sort of themed around the idea that there was like a butler asking your like answering your questions. And so
Mm.
you could actually like type was one of the first websites that had like natural language detection, so you could ask like actual full questions and it could answer it. Um, let's see. Here's a like more modern. Here's
Oh,
a
he's
more
like a
modern
little butler
version. He's like
dude.
yeah, he's like a butler. Yeah.
Oh, I
So
love him.
so
He kind of
ask.com, you know that like current website that's like ask.com that's like weird like people asking weird questions and answering them poorly. That
like
was a
Yahoo Answers.
yes, like the first Yahoo Answers was like an iteration of Ask Jeeves. And Ask Jeeves used to be like a big deal. Well, not a big deal. It was always kind of like weird and lame, but it used to be a competitor to Google.
Jeeves kind of looks like Mark Stoops. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he does. I could see that.
Okay. I think we have more
Yeah.
questions that I have not seen until right now. Okay, you have a question that you're supposed to ask me from
Okay.
Joel. Anna.
Give me a second. Let's see. Let me pull this up. Let's see. What is the question I was supposed to ask you from Joel? We have a lot of questions. All right, here's from Yara with Nathan to prompt on trivia. What sizes are floppy disks made in?
Medium.
I will tell you, I think the trivia he wants to get me to give you probably is that they are in inches.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
I thought a floppy disk was like a CD.
Sort of, but they were measured in inches.
Oh. Whoa. So how did you put it in your computer if they were all different sizes?
Well, you had to have different, it was like just a different drive.
Oh.
Like, you know, like you would have a CD drive, but like there was different sizes. So here, hold on. So
Okay.
to answer the question, they came in 8-inch, 5.5-inch, and 3.5-inch, and this is what they looked like.
Whoa. Let's see.
So you would have like a different. So by the time Joel and I were around, it was all pretty much 3.5-inch, which is this right here, right? But then 5.5-inch had just been kind of phased out, and then what is this? Oh, streaming quality. And then the original floppy disks were like 8.5-inch. And if you pulled off this little metal thing, there's like it slid over, you could see the inside of it was actually just sort of like a little plasticky record CD kind of thing inside of it. And
a square record, like a square vinyl.
Well, no, there's a circle. There's like a vinyl in there, but the little metal gate would get pushed open when you put it in, and then like it would read it as it went around. And the crazy thing is, what's really crazy is that like, hold on, let me make sure I get this right. I want to what'll really like freak you out is, okay, so for instance, the original 3.5-inch floppy, which is the thing on the far right, which was introduced in the 80s. Let's see. Let's go forward to when I was actually alive and could use these. Okay, so the last floppy disk, or the main floppy disk in 1996, 1997, could hold between 120 megs and 240 megs, which is a quarter of a gig of storage. So like that's what this would have been. But then this 8.5-inch one, or 8-inch one, the original 8-inch ones were like IBM. They were all like IBM stuff. But like the first 8.5-inch floppy held 81.6 kilobytes. And then this one is Russian made, but it's an SSSD. So this one would have held 242 kilobytes. And then that's an HDDS 5.25. So that would have held 170.75 kilobytes.
Like not a lot. I can hold more on a flash drive, and I don't even use flash drives.
Yeah.
Man, I know that everybody says like, oh, I was born in the wrong generation. Oh, I take me back to the 80s and like hippies and all of that. No, I'm so glad I was born in the 21st century. I can't live without my phone. I love reaching all of my friends with this like weird ass piece of technology that holds more technology than was used to like bring people to the fucking moon. That's crazy.
It's not like a little more, it's a lot more, yeah.
My dad always told me about like, or he still tells me about like how you had to wait forever for anything to load on your computer, and even then computer like capabilities were very limited. And I'm so glad that I don't live then. I'm glad that I live right now where I have a bunch of technology and I can use it and I can like stream to people. So that's my take on technology, I guess. I did not know this is where the podcast was going to go. This shit
Yeah.
crazy.
All
And
right.
then I have a question to ask you.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, oh, I've been instructed to please stump Nathan with more Gen Z knowledge that I'm also too millennial to know or comprehend. Do you know what Riz is?
Oh shit. Yeah, I know what Riz is.
What do you not know about? What can I stump
I
you
have
on?
so much charisma. Like today, I was on the way back from taking some of my kids to the library, and they were talking about how I didn't have any Riz, and then I just absolutely flamed them for like 2 minutes and made them stand in the hallway while I was like, "That's high school stuff." Like I'm out here triple double, no assists every day. This is the NBA. I am a professional. Riz? What are you talking about? I've thrown up more game than you have. Are you serious?
God damn.
Anyway.
You chewed out these kids.
Yeah, I will
Okay.
not accept. Have you seen me? I'm the most hillbilly charming person on the planet. I will not accept talk about my.
Excellent. Excellent defense. Excellent defensive game. What else can I stump you on? Oh my god. Do you not know anything that I've said like recently? Have I ever said anything that stumped you?
No, not really.
Yeah, I feel like it's much harder to stump me because of both how much I was like sheltered and how much I don't know as a Gen Z individual than it is for me to stump you because like
Well, like
you
I am.
teach
I was about to say I am the worst millennial to play this game with because like I teach 15 to 17-year-olds. So like
yeah.
I'm like right at the cutting edge of it. Unfortunately, you know the
Uh,
thing that's like taken over my school right now, and I don't think this is like a trend. I think this is just
oh
something that these
god.
idiot students are doing.
Oh god.
You know the old. Well, they're not that old, but a few years ago there was this like Old Spice ad where this ad like series of ads in Old Spice, and they would all end with this little whistling tag that like you know what I'm talking about.
No.
Well, there was this like little whistle thing that was in all these Old Spice ads,
Uh-huh.
and for some reason these idiots decided to just start playing it in the hallway when they walk past each other. It's like a weird like little like they just have a little soundboard on their phone, which is weird because it's literally a human whistling. They could do it. So they just like
Yeah.
you like walk through the hallways and you just hear like it's like a pack of songbirds. It's
Like calling.
insane. Yeah, it's insane.
I thought they
Anyway,
were just whistling it to each other and I was like, "Aw,
no.
cute little children." No. They press a button on their phones. Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ask CBC time. Here we go. Now with uncensored questions that I can read to you. Or you can read to me. I don't know.
Ready.
Discord questions. Eric Dressel asks, keeping with the Kentucky theme after the Great Kentucky Logo Talk on the last podcast, why would KFC use this very big head and very small body logo? Which, hold on, I feel like that doesn't make sense unless
There should be an
I
image.
show it. Yes, I'm showing the image now. If I can figure out how to.
I can
make my
actually
page-
show the image. Yeah.
Yeah, can you show it? I don't like using my laptop. And by I don't like it, I mean I don't know how to do it.
Here's something I have noticed about Gen Z, and I'm not into class warfare. I actually generally really love Gen Z. I find them to be like super uplifting usually, to be around. Here's the image we're looking at. But like Gen Z doesn't know shit about computers.
Nah, not really. Unless that's one of your like super niche hobbies. Like my brother is really into PC building, so like he knows a lot and good for him, but I don't. My hobbies include like a cool kid being on college football podcasts and watching college football at every waking hour of my day.
Very cool kid. All right. This logo is great for a couple of reasons. One, it's single color and it's all line work, right? So it's very easy to read. It's not great. It's actually horrible, but I think that's supposed to be his little.
You gotta stream it.
Oh, I'm not. Oh,
no.
Well, no, I'm not streaming it, but they can see it because they can see my screen.
Oh.
So this because I just have the whole Discord window captured, and I just clicked off of our trap.
Okay.
This is what the
So
inside of our Discord looks like if you want to. Anyway, but this little like his little tie makes it look like he's a little like little boy. Man, why would they do that? That's a good question. How there are definitely a lot of times in corporate stuff where it's like, how did no one in the room say we shouldn't do this? Like, how is there no one who was just like, this is a bad
yeah,
idea?
it's because they're not imaginative. That's my take.
They need
That's
to have. This is what Gen Z kids would be great at. Is like you put them in a room with a logo and you're like, make this horny or make fun of it. And if they can't, then you're good to go. But if they can, you got to go
absolutely.
back to the drawing board.
Yes. It's the Turing test, but for logos.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Amanda asks, what kind of music is Kirby listening to on his AirPods when he gets to the stadium? No Hands by Waka Flocka. Thank you.
I was gonna say "Fight Night" by Migos, but that's also a
I
good
know it
answer.
works too.
You
Any
know,
like super hype song, any song in my pregame like playlist,
what do you
I
think?
think will.
Do you not think it's like "Put My Swagger On" or like a seminal Soulja Boy hit? No, I know what it is. Okay, hold on. I'm about to say the name of a song that you probably don't know because it's kind of old for you, but it is like the
Okay.
original hype song. There's never been
Okay.
a hyper song than this song.
Is it Mr. Brightside?
No,
That's like pretty
that
old.
song is very hype. No, the
Okay.
song's older than that. This song is like older than me. Not older than me, but it was like out before I cared about music.
Are we putting on some like Beethoven shit? Like that's what I guess.
Do you know the song "Nuck If You Buck"?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Score one for the Gen Zer. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah, by Crime Mob they're from Georgia,
Yes.
by the way.
Oh, cool.
They're from Atlanta. But
Mm,
okay, that song is also super hype.
nice. No, I thought you were going to say some like Mozart shit. Like that's what Kirby's getting lit on. And honestly, that could
I
work.
think
That tracks.
it would be like Vivaldi Summer, you know?
Like, yes. That's you're real for that. Excellent. Eric Russell also asks, over under 10.5 times you will personally say shut up Gary during the game this weekend.
Oh, way over. So
Over.
fun, so much over.
Over
I'll
by a
probably say it
million.
before the game starts.
Yeah.
I'll say it like in the intro. He
That'll
just
be my
says so much
first words of the day.
stupid shit.
Doesn't There are a lot of things that he says, and unfortunately not a lot of them are substantial or contributing to my
It's just
overall game day
it's just like
experience.
God, we just gotta. There's so many good. I really like the guys who did the Mississippi State game. Who did the Mississippi State game?
Um,
That was like the Laura Rutledge. Um, God, I can't remember, but that is a very good. I think it's like Joe Tessitore or something.
it was Sean McDonough, Todd
Todd
Blackledge, and
Blackledge,
Molly McGrath.
Molly McGrath. Yeah, that's a great set. They're so much better, so much more active. There's a very good Athletic article right now. If you subscribe to the Athletic, uh, that is about like what Molly McGrath does like on a day, like as a sideline reporter, while she's like 5.5 months pregnant. And if you look up
That's
a picture of this woman, it's really crazy how much she does not look pregnant. Um,
Mm-hmm. Damn. I
anyway,
More power to her. All
yeah.
right. Joel House of Geta asks. Also, I love that you're doing this, but would you rather be playing Pokemon right now? I you're going to like scream when you hear this, but I actually never really got into Pokemon. Like I didn't really play it as a kid. I only played Pokemon Go, like when it was really popular. And I
Mhm.
remember that shit because it was right before I moved to Georgia. And I remember I would like go biking and go walking, and there was this Dunkin' Donuts right by my house. But it was like a little too far away to walk, but it was perfectly fun to bike. So every day, the summer before I moved here, I would bike over, get my coffee, watch the TV there because my parents did not want me to get cable. They were so anti cable. And I would go, sit, get coffee, watch TV, bike around more, get Pokemon, and come back home. And that was my summer. And it was the best summer ever. But I didn't play Pokemon as a kid, in conclusion, until then. Would you rather be playing Pokemon right now, Nathan?
I'm actually probably going to go buy it when I'm done with this.
Nice. Hell yeah.
When I'm done with this, I'm going to go buy Pokemon.
Banger.
No, I don't think I would rather be playing Pokemon because I'm such an extrovert that like I need this. I need the energy of being around people. But yeah, when I get done, I'll be ready for Pokemon. For Pokemans.
Hell yeah. Period. Red and Black Adam asks, you might know the answer to this because I don't. How does the comm system for a college football team work? Are all the coaches' headsets and radios together in one channel like a big group chat? Are there different channels for offense, defense, position groups, etc.? If so, can Kirby jump into anyone he wants to yell at someone? I've literally always wondered this. I bet it's like a walkie-talkie.
The answer to like all of these is yes. So basically what it is that there's an offensive channel, there's a defensive channel, and then the head coach and maybe the assistant head coach can talk to the all channel, which is everybody. And then there's like a special teams channel. And so it's usually an open mic situation. I don't know what Kirby's personal setup is, but I know like a lot of times like you get the mic, you can have it set so like the mic is hot when you pull down the boom. So like Kirby's mic is usually up unless he pulls it down to yell at someone, right? But with the guys that are constant talking all the time, it's usually like an open mic thing, although they do have like the body packs that have like buttons on them that they can use to call in. And then it's just like different frequencies. And then there's also there's multiple ref channels. There's like there's a ref channel for just the refs, and then there's a ref channel from the refs to the review booth as well.
Oh, interesting. So it's kind of like a walkie-talkie. Yeah. I know what that is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, like a walkie-talkie. That's not like out-of-date technology. Like I had one of those in front of you in red coats.
Okay, it feels a little out of date. It feels a little old. When I was young, it was like old technology.
It is old technology, but I guess it's still very relevant. Right?
Yeah.
Like, we haven't replaced it. It hasn't really, like, obsolescence hasn't happened to it.
Mm-hmm. Ryanonymous asks, we talked about this a little bit. What are your hottest candy takes? And yes, I want to hear you talk shit about plain M&Ms. I will not talk shit about plain M&Ms because I love them. But you know what M&Ms I will talk shit about? Fucking regular ass peanut, like the yellow packaging peanut M&Ms. So bad. Oh my god. The like textural differences in between that of the peanut and that of the M&M are just like
I don't want this. Listen, I want to be clear about something. You're not wrong because of your Gen Z or because your gender identity or politics or anything else. You're just a wrong, bad person for what you just said. And it has nothing to do with any of your demographics or your identities. Because peanut M&Ms they're so good frozen. They're a gift from the gods. Yes, you freeze them. They're so good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You heathen.
But okay, let me go through. Hold on. I want to go through some M&M varietals, and I'm gonna hear your takes because I know you are a peanut butter M&M person.
I am a peanut butter M&M person. The red packaging peanut M&M or peanut butter M&M person. That is me. I just think they're good.
All right, so let's see. Milk chocolate. You like that?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find just like a list of all the M&Ms available.
I can list a few of them. There's pretzel, there's peanut butter, there's peanut, there's regular, there's dark chocolate, there's white chocolate, there's caramel, there's.
All right. I got it. I found a full list.
Oh shit.
There's a lot. Okay.
Oh god.
So what do we think about caramel?
Nah. I like caramel normally. I don't like caramel in my M&M.
Okay. I know you don't like pretzel. I love pretzel. Pretzel's my favorite. I love pretzel and chocolate. It's like my favorite combo. All right. What about crispy?
No.
Okay. What about almond?
No.
Okay, dark chocolate.
No.
They're okay, but they're not as good as they should be. Minis.
Yes.
Yeah, I can
I
do that.
love
I can
minis.
fuck with some minis. It's like a textural thing. It's very good. All right, mint.
I've never had it, but it
If
sounds
if you get
interesting.
if you freeze them, they're very good.
Okay.
Uh, white chocolate peanut. Huh, interesting. I've never had that.
Whoa. I don't
Uh,
think I would like that.
I probably would. Crunchy cookie.
Ew.
That seems demonic to
Sounds
me. Yeah,
that sounds cursed.
I don't like that. That sounds cursed. Let's see. All right, we know that you think that peanut butter is S tier. I like peanut butter. Okay.
Yes.
Fudge
Oh my
brownie.
God, should we do like a tier master ranking of all of these? That would be fun.
Yeah, we should do some tier master rankings. Suggest what you want us to rank.
Yes.
What about
Suggest in the comments below.
yeah? What about fudge brownie?
That that sounds interesting. I would be down to try that.
All right, next question.
Okay, next question. Favorite Thanksgiving dish. Oh, Abby asks, favorite Thanksgiving dish to eat or to make? Um,
I like Thanksgiving a lot, so I like a lot of it. Um, I okay, so there's this thing in my family. I don't think I'm gonna do it this year because it's so wildly unpopular, and I'm the only one who eats it. But it's not my favorite. It's just something I like to make. So I always make homemade cranberry sauce. Um, but then I make this stuff called Mama Stamberg's cranberry relish, and it's this recipe that was on NPR, and it became like a big deal on NPR, their website and their Twitter presence a few years ago. And it was just this like old New York Jewish lady's recipe that she would make, and it's basically like cranberries and onions and like horseradish and sour cream, and you don't even cook the cranberries down. You put it all in like a blender or a food processor, and you process it down, and then you freeze it, and then you like let it thaw so it's still very cold, and you eat it like that. And it's like sweet and like oniony and like horseradishy, and I love it. Everyone else in my life hates it because it's like the color of Pepto Bismol. If you look
oh,
here, hold on, I can give you a visual guide here.
I don't know if I want a visual guide. That sounds so violently American. Like,
No, but see, here's the thing. It's not. I don't. There are a lot of things that we should be blaming Americans for. This might just be like a dumb Nathan thing. Like this is just a thing I like that no one else in the
certified
world. Yeah,
TMTMT.
yeah. So here we go. It's this like old
Boy.
recipe from like and this is what it has in it.
Oh, that looks. Oh.
Yeah. I Here's the thing. Everybody else hates it. My wife hates it. My parents hate it. My dad says he likes it, but he never eats it. And so I make this big batch of it every year, and no one ever eats it. But that's not really my favorite. I just like it. I'm a real big apple pie guy. I fucking love apple pie. Like a good apple pie.
Hits.
A good, like, I just like
Yeah.
pies in general. A good pecan pie. Have you ever had a chess pie? This is a real set. This is a real white trash thing.
Chess?
As in, like,
Like,
yeah, the game.
like,
Chess. Mm-hmm.
no.
It's
What
originally
is
from
that?
England, and it's like a custard style pie, kinda, but it has like brown butter, and it's almost like caramelly and nutty, and it has like
Ooh.
kind of a crusty top. It's so good. Have you had pecan pie?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Have you ever had? Let's see. I'm trying to think about all the white trash pies that I've had. Let's see. Have you ever had
Um,
like Dutch style apple pie with like we serve it hot with like a slice of cheddar on it?
cheddar?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, it's really good. You serve it with like medium cheddar, and the sharpness of the cheddar and the saltiness really cuts down on it.
All right.
Have you
I'll
ever
have to
had
try it.
strawberry rhubarb pie?
Yes.
Very good.
I do have to say, like, half of these pies I've experienced from the dining halls. Like,
Oh, well, those are pretty good. Their pies are all right. Yeah.
mhm.
All right, what
Yes.
about buttermilk pie?
No. Is
Buttermilk
that
pie.
milk in a pie?
No, no, no. It's another like custard kind of based one. It's like an icebox
Oh,
pie. It's really good.
okay.
But
Somebody on the internet made a Sprite pie one time.
have you ever had
And
Coca-Cola cake?
no, what the
Oh,
fuck?
yeah.
What is that?
Coca-Cola cake is like it's like a chocolate cake kind of that has Coca-Cola in it, and it's like
Okay.
super caramelly and like oh, it's so good, dude. So, highly
It,
recommended.
all right, bet.
What's your
I
favorite
think my
Thanksgiving dish? Do you guys celebrate
um
Thanksgiving? Your family?
yes. Yes, it
I
is
mean,
not
not every
a
family does. It's not like a universal thing, even among like Americans,
that's fair.
that you
Like
celebrate with like a traditional Thanksgiving meal.
yeah. Yeah, we always try to make food and stuff. I'm in charge of the Thanksgiving dishes this year cuz my mom is working. And so I'm going to make all the food and it's going to be great and I'm totally not going to burn down the house. I
I
will
believe
say
you.
yes.
I believe you.
My dad got a little bit concerned, but it's going to be great. Contrary to popular belief, I can cook and it's actually very good. So we're going to see what happens. I'll take pictures and maybe I'll tweet them
What are you
in
most
in
excited about?
um just like hanging this is cheesy, but just like hanging out with my family. I do really enjoy hanging out with my family and seeing my dogs. Oh, I'm so excited.
That's a good answer.
I have two dogs at home. Their names are Ella and Luna, and my parents got them to replace me right after I moved for college. And that's a joke. But I love them so very much. They are my very best friends and I love walking them every single day when I'm home. So, I'm very
Awesome.
excited to see them too. But mostly my family. KSART49 asks, favorite flavor of Pop Tart and why is it grape? Whose favorite Pop Tart flavor is fucking grape? That's like saying your favorite, like,
I didn't know there was great Pop Tarts.
that sounds so nasty and very bad. It kind of reminds me of like medicine, like when it tastes like sometimes medicine tastes like grape and it tastes really fucking shitty. Like that's what I think of when
What's
I
your
hear
favorite
grape
kind?
flavor. S'mores. Easiest answer in the world. Or
That's a good
cinnamon.
answer.
Cinnamon hits. S'mores and cinnamon S tier. What
Yeah,
about you?
cinnamon. Mine's cinnamon brown sugar for sure. I eat those things
Period.
cold. I actually kind of like cold
Yup.
Pop Tarts. Like there's something about
They're
like the
good.
the like ah like the bite of it is
Yeah.
really nice.
It's ASMR for the soul.
Mm-hmm.
Steven asks, what is your choice of starter in the new or any Pokemon game? I'm not useful in this answer.
Let's see. I like to play the one. If there's a cat, I play the cat. That's rule number one. I have a soft spot for grass types because I think they're cool. They're like funny, and I like Bulbasaur a lot because there's an episode of the original anime where Bulbasaur casts Solar Beam for the first time, and his wind up for it, his verbal wind up as he's casting it, is like the best audio in the world. It's like
God.
Bulbasaur. It's so good. I think about it like twice a day. So yeah,
Nice.
usually grass unless like I mean I played all of them in Gen 1, but like unless it's there's a cat. There was one that was like a cat that was also a wrestler that was a fire type and I really liked him. Um cat wrestler Pokemon. Hold on.
Oh God.
No, there's a he oh that's an Incineroar, but he was the evolved form of give me a second.
You got it.
What was he evolved from? He's like a hot cat. That's not what I cared about with him, but yeah, he was evolved from Poplia, that was just like a cat, and then that was evolved from Litten, which is like a fire kitten. But it's like Litten, like it's like a lit kitten. This
I love
kid's,
that.
I loved Litten. Anyway,
No, I don't think I have a starter because I don't know what the starters are.
look
But
up.
usually, if the is there
There,
more than like three?
there's always three. Look up like Gen 1 Pokemon starter, and just pick one based on like appearance.
Okay. Um, Charmander. Yeah.
Good answer.
I
Yeah.
feel like that tracks very much for like who I am as a human being.
Yeah. Just
That's
burn it all
yeah.
down. Burn it all down,
Yup. All right. To our Instagram questions. Leah likes underscore asks, my birthday is the day before Thanksgiving, and everyone keeps happy early birthday, and everyone keeps asking me what I want to do, and I have no idea. I'm super introverted and generally hate the pressure of my birthday, but also want to feel celebrated by my closest humans. Suggestions on how to actually enjoy my birthday instead of spending the day being anxious.
I have
You would,
suggestions, but you can go too.
okay, you got it.
Uh, as someone who is married to someone who is an introvert, my experience is that like if you have a partner, I don't know what your romantical type situation is. If you have a partner and you trust them, you want to kind of like have them handle like the social lifting for this, right? So like you all played it together, and then he's the one, or she, or they, sorry, they are the one who goes and like contacts everyone else and tells them the plan or whatever, right? I've had a lot of success with like time bounding things. So like if you all go out to a you go out to like Creature Comforts. There's a lot of people around, but you kind of be in your own little group or whatever. You go somewhere, like you go to a bar somewhere, right? And you say like, okay, well, we're gonna go to the bar at like 8 or 7, and then at like 8:30 we're gonna go out to eat. And then if like the vibe is right, then you're like, hey, everybody come over and we'll hang out, right? But if the vibe's not right, then you just are like, it's been so great, thank you for the birthday wishes, and you get out of there. And then you got like a social escape valve. Right? That's what you want to build for yourselves, right? You want to build that in like before you plan anything else, right? So it's like, what did she say? Was it after or before Thanksgiving?
The day before Thanksgiving.
Oh, so that's easy. That's easy. So what you do is you do some kind of like little get together, and you say from the get go, you say like, hey, we're gonna be hanging out for my birthday from 6 to 9 or whatever, and then you have like the built-in, like it's like, oh, sorry guys, we got Thanksgiving tomorrow, like we got to go. And actually that kind of works in your favor because most people can't stay out that late the day before Thanksgiving, right? Now the other thing you can do is like really like narrow the, if you want to do something that's like an all night long kind of deal, um you just like really narrow the guest list if you can. So like, you have a big circle of friends, or I do, but usually like if like I'm gonna hang out and I don't want to see a lot of people, there's probably like 4 or 5 people that are like my closest friends, and I invite them over first. You know what I'm saying? And so like maybe you just like really keep it tight, and then that's kind of fun too. Like I find, I guess as an old man, the joy of like the mid-size gathering where it's like 9 to 10 people is just like, that's perfect, because
Yes.
it's like enough people that it's like a party, right? People bring stuff and drinks and everyone's having a good time, but it's also small enough people that if you all just want to watch YouTube videos, you can do that. Or like if you all just like want to hang out while somebody plays video game, you can do that too. It's like not awkward. There's not really any social pressure. Uh,
Mhm.
do you have any suggestions for this?
Um, I don't know. I don't know how to help because I'm not like I'm not introverted very much. I'm
Neither am I,
pretty
but
yeah, I'm pretty extroverted. And so I don't know how to help. Um, but I would say just like take care of yourself in the days coming up to your birthday and
that's a good point.
like make sure that your vibes always come first, which is like hard. I know from personal experience it's hard to like put yourself first, but like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you gotta make
Yeah,
sure that you're doing good. You gotta
and I
put
think
the life vest on yourself before you can start helping other people, you know?
exactly, and I think too, like introversion versus extroversion is really about like how much like social battery do you have. Like everybody has a battery that they need filled up, and some people have batteries that fill up really quickly, and some people have like extra battery packs on their social battery, which is what I have. Which is all a long way of saying, like when your social battery's filled up, you just like in the social interaction and it's fine. right? And that's why I would say the best advice you do, especially if you're an introvert who also gets anxious sometimes, is to like sort of judge like, oh, is this going to be enough? Like if we hang out for like 2 or 3 hours, and then you just like make that the time. You know what I mean? And I would say you put time bounds on it anyway, because then like if you say, okay, we're going to hang out at our house from like 6 to 9 or whatever, and 9 rolls around and you're still having a good time, you just say like, you just don't mention it. And it's not like they're going to be like, oh shit, we got to get out of here. But and then if it's like 9:45 and you're done, you can just be like, hey guys, sorry, we got stuff to do tomorrow.
Yeah. Solid deadlines are key.
Boundaries, right? Boundaries.
Yes. This edition of Chapel Bell Curve is sponsored by Boundaries. I didn't know that we would be an advice podcast on a Friday night, but we are here. I'm here for it.
Yes.
Sam Lovell. Love of my life, Sam Lovell. I fucking love you. Okay. They're my big in say I. So they ask, what is scarier? Hippos, zebras, swans, or ... I don't know if this is an obscure reference that I'm not understanding.
I
but
don't
I
get
would
either.
say
I'm gonna answer it totally straight face, so go ahead.
Me too. Hippos because they are large and have really big teeth.
Yeah, no, hippos are like the most dangerous thing in Africa. Like they kill so many people. Like that is not a joke. Hippos kill like as many, if not more people than big cats do every year. So it's definitely hippos. It can't be swans because like anything I could conceivably punt, not as scary. Like
That's
I'm
fair.
not saying a swan couldn't hurt me. But I'm saying like if I got a full like 4-step wind up on that thing, it would get air. And that makes it less scary. I don't like zebras either because zebras are horse shaped and horse shape makes me feel weird. I don't love horse.
Damn.
They're reverse. They walk on their toes. Evolutionarily.
Horses are wonderful. I was like a horse, but I did equestrian shit when I was younger. I was in everything when I was younger.
I didn't say I hated horses. I think they're wonderful also. But evolutionarily, they're like walking on their like knuckles. If you look at like how all of their bones evolved, like it's the equivalent as though like you were walking on like the tips of your fingers or your toes or something. It's weird. I don't like it.
That's fair.
It doesn't mean horses are bad. It just means that like they freak me out, kind of. Horse-shaped things do. Anything with digit grade
CBC Equestrian Excursion. I will teach everybody how to ride horses, and it will be fun.
My longest-term girlfriend before I dated my wife was a horse girl, so that might be affecting my perception of that as well.
Fair enough. And then finally, we have Dear Nathan, submitted again by an anonymous viewer who is very near and dear to my heart.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm excited.
Dear Nathan, I am having trouble finding the courage to talk to women. Even if they are into me, I don't know how to communicate with them effectively and with Riz. How do I overcome this anxiety?
You
got it.
Yeah, no. I could answer this question. But it is important for my advice to know, is this like a female or male identified
This is a male.
Okay.
This is a male.
So here's the thing, reader. Are you here? Oh, my cat just came up here. Like she wants my advice too. Here, do we want a cat appearance? She's going to be so
Yes.
No. This is Scout.
Yeah.
Scout. She hates me. She hates this so much.
Oh my god.
She is shivering in rage right now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, she bit me. Okay.
Oh shit.
Let's see. How can I say this?
Sweet angel baby.
Okay, so I don't know if the question is how do I talk to women in the general sense or how do I hit on women? There's two different answers. So how do you talk to women in the general sense is first, like you get over the fact that they're women and you just treat them like adults. Like you just treat them all like adults. And usually they find that to be pretty charming because most men don't know how to treat women just like adults, right? So that's the first step. So like you got to get over your nerves of like regular communication with women. And I'm not saying I was always good with this. When I was first talking to my wife, I was a mess. So this is hard fought experience. I was not a natural. So first you got to figure out how to communicate with them like they're basically like age-gendered adults. Now that doesn't mean you're like being gross around them. It just means like whatever rules that you would use in conversation for anybody, right? Like make sure you make eye contact and actually listen to them, and practice active listening so they know you're listening to them. That's like step one. Once you can do that, then you can go on to the more advanced techniques. But you're not going to go anywhere until this. You get that done. Okay, so how can I say this? So, like, my experience, and this is not universal, and I don't want to speak for what all women like, because I've been dating the same person for like, or with the same person for like a decade and a half. So who knows? But
I've been together longer than I've been alive.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
No. We got together when you were like 3.
Okay, sorry. Continue. I was so curious. Okay.
We could have, like, I said this on the last one, like, I could have been your dad, but it would have been like a sad story.
Yeah.
It would have been like, if I had gotten someone pregnant when I was in like 8th grade, I could have been your dad.
That's terrifying.
Okay, so I think all people are attracted to presence and like genuine connection and enthusiasm. So, and I don't think that's like a gendered thing. I think and I don't just mean like sexually attracted or romantically attracted. I mean like people are drawn to people who are like genuinely present for them and like genuinely care about what they're saying, and who like authentically want to engage with that, and who are like really listening to what you're saying, right? And so like that I feel like is the base level of having Riz, right? Because Riz is not about, I don't know how to talk about this without sounding gross. I don't know how to say this. Like, okay, so like in poker, right? In poker, you're not playing the poker game. You're playing the other people at the table, right? And Riz is the same way. When you're spitting game, you're not like just unloading a bunch of lines on someone. You're playing off of that person's reaction, right? So like you have to like be in the moment with that person and be like really attuned to like their facial expressions and what they're thinking and their body language and like what you know about them. And then if you can get in that flow state, then it all just happens, baby. Then it's all just like, it just happens from there, and it just feels very natural, and you don't have to use any canned lines. And here's the other thing, and this has been my experience too. If you can just like unblinkingly look someone in the eye and tell them how you feel about them, it's like the ultimate aphrodisiac. Like if you can just like straight up look someone in the eye and be like, listen, I feel like we have this like really nice connection, and it's like such a joy to talk to you, and I love the time that we spend together. And the thing about it is, and I hate to say this, but like I feel myself like just like drawn to you, and I keep thinking about you all the time. If you can deliver that kind of stuff like with a straight face, and not like in the sense that you're lying about it, but like you really mean it, and you can like have the huevos to like stare somebody in the face and just tell them that, like the rest of it will take care of itself.
Period. Riz, motivational speaker Nathan Lawrence. We love it.
I feel like I know that I just have like a very charismatic, magnetic personality, but it's not, if you really want to connect with people, and this is not like a sexual or romantic thing really, but if you really want to connect with people and get them to listen to you and like care about what you say, you have to show them that you care about them, right? And there are a lot of like communicative ways to do that. And I think the problem men have sometimes when they're pursuing women is like, you might actually care about this person, but like none of the physical things that you're doing indicate you care about them. It's like, I don't know how to say this. Let me see if I can use a euphemism. In all situations in life, people like it when you are responsive to the signals that you're being given.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like good practice, right? It's like good practice for, whatever else comes after. You want to be like in the responsive flow state where you're just like absorbing this information and then responding to it appropriately, however that might manifest for you personally in that moment. There we go. think I talked around that
You
without getting fired.
nice. Mission accomplished. And with that being said, this has an I have a whole outro and everything. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Yes.
This has been Chapel Bell Curve After Motherfucking Dark. You can find us anywhere on our new link tree, which I made.
Yes.
linktr.ee/Chapel Bell Curve. You can also subscribe to us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, where you can meet all sorts of super fun people like me. Hello. On patreon.com/Chapel Bell Curve. Thank you for being stupid with us. You can get in touch with us on Facebook by searching Chapel Bell Curve, by email at chapelbellcurve@gmail.com, and on Twitter and Instagram at Chapel Bell Curve. If you like what you heard today, please give us a rating or review. Not really, because this is on YouTube and not on the actual podcast. You can
subscribe, though.
Yeah, you can hit that subscribe button.
Yeah,
hit that follow button.
that follow button, gamers.
Turn on the notifications, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh God. If you would like to support the actual real podcast and not my tomfoolery, check out the Patreon and, the podcast. If you enjoyed it today, smash the like button again. And yeah. And we will catch you in the Classic City tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, really, because it's an away game. But I'll be in Athens tomorrow.
Yeah,
shit.
So will I. And then next week, we'll be in the Classic City.
Yeah. Wow.